Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Today is Thursday, October 11th, 2018. Can you believe it? It's already Thursday, October 11th, 2018. And it is the first and last time it will ever be Thursday, October 11th, 2018. So we want to make sure we make the absolute best of this day that we can possibly make, right? Now, listen, man, I'm thankfully back home. I've been down in Florida for the last 5 days. It's been incredible. Hustle and Grind Con was the most amazing experience, one of the most amazing experiences that I've had in my entire life. It was incredible, but I will tell you, I am so glad to be back home with these little babies right here, man. I got to hold my son Fisher. This little boy, I gave him a little Mickey Mouse toy that I bought, and he wrapped it up, put it up on his face, and he was just so excited to see his dad, man. When I walked in the door and all the kids, Savannah and Willow and Meredith, they all come running, and my boy Joel, and it was just incredible to be back home, you know, that back home feeling. I've got my wife, I got my kids, and I'm really happy because I got my Wirecast software so I can deliver the show the way I want and show you guys the pictures instead of being sitting over in the arcade over at that house like I was the other day. But the conference was just spectacular. Like, it was absolutely spectacular. I'm still glowing and just absolutely glowing with exhilaration, man. It was incredible. Like, we had, check this out, man. This right here, this picture says it all. Look at the smiles on the faces of Sean Hayes, Dave Benson, and myself as we got to meet the one and only Mr. Eric Thomas himself, man. It was incredible. It's just, that picture right there captures the whole event, the essence of the whole event, as we got to do that. But there were some other speakers like Hanalei Swan, Hanalei, that's how you say it. I always get mixed up. But Hanalei Swan, she just 11 years old, man. She's 11 years old, and she's living a life, just unstoppable life, up on the stage, absolutely powerful. She was absolutely powerful. And then, of course, you know, Eric Thomas brought the house down at the end of the day, and it was just incredible. And maybe, just maybe, the conference is over, right? I'm home, I'm with the kids, but I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure it's over yet because I have a little surprise for you today. I do. I have a surprise for you today on today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. But before we do that, before I bring out the surprise that I promise you're going to love, you know what we got to do? First, let's dance. That's right. This is the part of the show for those of you that know and those of you that don't know. Let me make sure I can hear that. Oh, yeah, I can hear that. That's what I'm talking about. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. You got to hit that share button because I believe that if we can change the way people start the day, we can make an impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes is hitting a share and getting something positive into the feed to make that change. So hit the share button. This is also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. It's incredibly important whether you're watching on the live or you're watching on the replay. Make sure to drop it in the comments so that I know you're here, because I want to say good morning to my good friend Sean Weatherby. I want to say good morning to Beth Workman and Susan Rose. I'm glad you're here. I want to make sure to say good morning to Rob Bowley and Laura Berman, my good friend Laura Berman. What's up, Fadi Mustafa? Janelle Griego's up in here. Nick Hadley, Rick Berman, Liza Myers-Borges. Everybody's up in here this morning. I love it, including my man Josh. Oh, we got Keith Adams up in here. We got Josh Marks, Josh Tipton. Everybody's in the house. I love it. You guys are rocking and rolling. You're fueling me. You're feeding me. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, Ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm going to kill this music. Now that you've said good morning to me, I've said good morning to you. I know you've hit that share button, right? You've hit the share button. Share, show you care. Now that you've done that, without further ado, I'm going to introduce somebody to you. You may or may not know his name. I'm going to say you probably do, because I'm about to introduce you to my new friend, the MVP of his house, the number one motivational speaker in the world, Mr. Eric Thomas. Mr. Eric Thomas, sir, how are you?
What up, Glenn? What up, Glenn? What up, Glenn? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Blessed, Glenn. Blessed, man. Blessed. Blessed by the conference. Blessed by your spirit, your team spirit. Blessed by the experience. My wife, felt comfortable. She was there. Blessed by the hotel. Blessed by the hotel accommodations, man. Just the spirit of your people, the VIP session. Blessed, blessed, blessed. And I thank you for allowing me to share on you guys' platform and share you guys' stage, man. It was an incredible day. Incredible.
Man, I am so glad that you enjoyed it, man. I am so glad.
Incredible.
And the presentation, just the way that you commanded, I shouldn't say commanded, the way that you received.
Yeah.
The way that you received the message on that stage and just let it flow right through you and out to all of us was incredible, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Y'all set it up. You've been doing this show. You've been prepping your people. And it's tough when you come into a place where people aren't ready, where they aren't prepared, and you got to spend 5-10 minutes kind of getting them. As soon as I walked in, I could tell the place was prepared. The table was set. The table was set. The atmosphere, the food was ready, and the people were ready to learn. And so I thank you guys for all the prep work you did, all the hard work you did. And I was able to just come in, and reinforce the values, the teachings, the principles that you guys have already shared with them, man. So an amazing time. Look forward to this relationship, and I look forward to helping you, and your people, man, as you guys continue to murder and dominate, this industry, man.
I appreciate that, because we really did want it to be set up.
Yeah.
And we feel very much aligned with you, obviously, with, rise and grind. We like to get up early. We like to attack the day. Tell me a little bit about your morning routine. For those that are watching that don't know your morning routine, what does it look like for you every day? How do your days start?
Yeah. Well, if you don't mind, I first want to just say how important, a routine is, how important a daily routine is. I spoke recently about Steph Curry and Steph Curry's routine in terms of preparing himself to be one of the greatest offensive threats, right now in the game. And so there's a series of things that he does, repetitively. And so what you find, he talks about the fact that there are times that he's almost looks like he got his eyes closed.
Right.
And he's shooting these 3-pointers out the gym with his eyes closed. And it's because, before the actual game, he gets to do what we call practice. It's his daily routine. He practices so that when the show is showtime, he doesn't have to work as hard as everybody else because muscle memory kicks in.
Right.
So it's almost like his body is saying, I am so accustomed to you doing this that I don't even really need your help at this point.
Right.
We've been practicing so much that the mind says, I'll take over. I know where the hand needs to go. I know how far you need to jump. And so what happens for me is I have a daily routine that allows me to go into muscle memory as well.
That's
so
right.
It was so funny when I was at your conference speaking. It was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life because I've done it now for over 20 some years, almost 30 years I've been speaking. So when I get on stage, my body, my mouth, my mind almost takes over and says, we can take it from here. There's no need to be nervous.
Right.
No need to worry.
Right.
We can take it from here. We've done this enough. And so it starts off with prayer. I just believe that I'm human, and while I'm wonderful and powerfully made, that I still need growth. I still need to get better. And so I have to call on a power greater than myself to help me to do that, And so I start off the day by being grateful. thanking the God for Dee Dee and for Jalen and for Jada, and for my mom and my sisters and my father, for my staff, CJ and whatever, then my church, TJ and the crew. Just start off by just saying thank you.
That's right.
I want an attitude of gratitude. I want the creator to know I'm not taking any of this for granted. I know that at any given moment, a car accident, a slip and fall, anything can change everything. Anything can change everything. And so I just wanted to know how grateful I am, and then we begin to look at our life and say, Eric, what are you doing wrong? And what do you need to change? What needs to be fixed so Diddy gets the best experience? The kids get the best experience. The church gets the best experience. So we begin to just look at our lives and just say, hey, E, this is where you need to change. This is where you need to grow. Then I just start covering. Of course, Glenn, you and your family and your team, I'll add you guys now. And I'll just cover the people, who are also covering me. The people who are giving me platforms and who are allowing me to shepherd their people, whenever. And so I'll be praying for you guys and lifting you guys up and just putting positivity your way and, sending you a text in the morning, just saying, hey, Glenn, let's go get them, and then after that hour and a half, man, I try to walk an hour a day on the treadmill, try to put it on a 12 incline, a slow walk, but really giving myself a chance then to listen to positive music, put this positive, gospel in there. Also, thinking positive thoughts and trying to clean and cleanse my mind. I think what we do wrong sometimes is we clean our physical bodies and we put on perfume and deodorant and cologne and, brush our teeth, etc. But some of us don't clean, our minds and getting that junk out, and spending time being very intentional and deliberate about washing our brains and washing our spirits and washing our insides and getting clean of all that yuck and junk that the day prior has put on us. And so I spend that time mentally getting clean, getting fixed up. So when I'm rev, I'm not at 50% battery or 75% battery, but I'm at 100%, I'm at 100%. And then I call a group of friends. I've been praying with these guys for over 20 years. We get on the line together for about an hour. By that time, Didi gets up. So Didi and I have our worship together, our worship experience,
right.
Where we start the day as a family. And so that's usually what it looks like, man. A little variation here and there, but for the most part, the first 3 hours is mind, body, and soul, man, and family.
Man, that's incredible. I love how you said anything could change everything at any given time. Anything could change everything, and you fall right in line with what we talk about. You guys, listen now. This is Eric Thomas, okay? This guy's a doctor. This guy's a doctor. He's telling you what I've been telling you. You got to get up. You got to attack the gratitude. The gratitude list is so important. You got to be thankful first before you go into anything. But one thing you said in there that I don't normally do, I go gratitude, I go goals, I take care of mind, body, spirit, and I do all that. But I like how you said we take a look at what needs to change.
Yeah.
Where do we need to grow? See, I normally go straight from thankful to my dreams and my goals, but there's a step in between there that I've been missing. Okay, what needs to change and what needs to grow with my kids? What needs to change and what needs to grow with my wife? Listen, man, I got to tell you, Eric Thomas, and I hope you'll allow me to put this on you. I hope you'll just receive this for just a second, okay? But I want to tell you that I have been a fan of yours for years. But after these last couple days, I'm now a follower of yours, okay? I'm a follower. I thought you could motivate me. I thought you could do that, but I'm realizing now that you can educate me. You can't just motivate me. You can educate me, man. You got some wisdom. And see, I thought you were a good speaker, and now I'm realizing you're actually a really good leader.
Amen.
You're a really good leader, man. So thank you for being in my life and breathing life into me and into this group. And I mean, I can already tell it's just you've already made my world better, and I look forward to serving you going forward as we continue to make your world better. Why was it you don't normally do conferences? And you mentioned this a little bit at the conference. What was it about the hustle and grind? What was it about this particular conference that you were willing to come join us?
What happens in my prayer time, the Creator tells me, which ones I need to do and which ones I don't need to do. So I didn't do a whole lot of background, research, but I was obedient to the spirit. And I know that birds of a feather flock together. So I already knew when he told me to go, he said, go.
Right.
I knew once he told me to go, and I knew it was something we had in common. And when I got there and I saw the three of you, I said, me, CJ, Carl. I said, oh, okay, they got the three amigos, and then when we started talking about what you guys value, you value your people. And then when you start talking about the fact that this was the first one, and there was a point where you could have backed out. There's a point where you could have, but you, the people, and you wanted to create a scenario and a vehicle and a machine that allows people to do what they do better, and that you want them to leave a legacy. And I was like, whoa, but we're in alignment. This is what I want. I want to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? We're in alignment. We all want to win a championship. We all want to make people better. We always want to help people to focus on more than just money. So I knew this is I almost felt like home, that I was at home. Eat. How was the hotel? How was this? How's your wife stay? Like, you care more about just money. You cared about my family, and you cared about making sure everything was, we got green room seat for you. You can come whenever you want and you can chill out, and I was like, whoa, struggling with what time do I check out? Because I was like, once I check out, I don't want to just be sitting in the lobby.
Right.
And it was like, oh, no, we got you. And so I knew we were in alignment, and all I was here to do was not create some new content, but to only reinforce the values that you already teach, and just create that third party endorsement. So, easiest work I've ever done, easiest a paycheck I've ever earned, easiest relationships, that I've ever, fostered. It was unbelievable, man. I just felt like it was me, CJ Carr. I felt like, it was ETA. It was Breed University. I just felt like it was home, man. So, yeah, I felt like I had home court advantage, man. Birds of a feather flock together, and we attract who we are, not what we want.
That's right, man. That's right, man. I am honored that you felt that way. I'm glad that we were able to deliver, and I felt a lot of similar things. We felt called to you from the get go. Like, okay, hey guys, we've got these groups and we've got these people, and we need to pull them all together somehow, some way. And who do we want to speak? And it was like Eric Thomas. Like we just all knew, and we're like, and hey, just so y'all know, Eric Thomas is a valuable man. So he's a valuable man. So. We're like, well, how do we do that? And actually, it wasn't really how do we do that. It was more like, what do we have to do to be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? And we put the steps in place, and you really did deliver over the top, man. It was over the top. And I really appreciate all the energy that you put out there. And it was great meeting your wife. I loved seeing her back in the green room laughing with all the other ladies and shucking and jiving. I brought her in. I said, I got a seat for you right up front. She said, I'm sitting back here in the back.
Yeah.
So she's a lot like my wife. My wife would rather just kind of sit in the back and me do my thing.
She can critique. I'm sorry, Dan.
It's okay.
Yeah, she can critique me better from the back. Yeah. She can critique me better from your back. Yeah. She can see everything from the back. So, yeah, she wants to sit in the back and critique me, man. Yeah, but we had a great time. Didi is very transparent. She's real. If she doesn't feel comfortable, she's not going to act like she feels comfortable.
Right.
If she doesn't feel that, we are in alignment, she's going to leave. She's going to say something about it. And she absolutely had a phenomenal time. And super grateful for the tie you gave my son. He's a dresser, and so we had it in the car.
Oh, I lost him. I lost you, man. Uh-oh. What happened? What's going on here? Well, I lost Eric. Yeah, he popped out. I wonder after dropping his phone, something happened there. What about you guys, though? Do I still have everybody else? Yeah, it looks like I have everybody else. You guys, man, what about this guy? What about this guy, man? He's just so incredibly, he's just humble. He's humble, and I mean, it's just powerful, right? It's just powerful. Just being, even just being in his presence, is powerful, and what he has to deliver is powerful. I mean, I wish that you guys could have been. For those of you that weren't at the conference, man, I'm sorry that you missed it, dude. Because he was the highlight at the end for sure. That took it over the top. He was the highlight at the end. But I'll tell you, man, the whole conference just had this feel about it, man. It just had this feel about it. It was incredible. It was life changing. It was epic, man. And I love how this guy at the top. He's at the top of his game, but he talked about it in the conference. He talked about just staying grounded, and he's an expert at that. He's a pro at that. He just stays grounded, man, and that's why he's doing things like this. He's aligning himself with the group, with Rise and Grind. He wants to be in your lives. He wants to start to get to know you guys more intimately. He's going to be praying for us. He's going to be commenting. He said he's going to join the group, comment. He'll jump in there. We're going to do some things every quarter or something like that. He just gives, and serves. So I'm asking you guys, help me give back to Dr. Eric Thomas. Help me give back to my boy E.T. You got to hit the share button. I mean, he comes on here, so you got to hit the share. You got to tag people. You got to put something in the title that says, hey, Eric Thomas is taking time out of his life. He's in a hotel room. He found a little banquet sitter so he didn't wake up his wife. He's been up since 3:30 this morning. Eric Thomas believes in Rise and Grind. Eric Thomas believes in this group. Eric Thomas believes in you guys. And so he believes in you. So I need you to go out there and share that message. I need you to push it out there. I need you to tag it. I need you to tell your friends to watch it. I need you to invite people to the group. We got to blow it up. We got to make it bigger, because this is a part of a movement, people. This is a movement. When the number one motivational speaker in the world says he wants to be a part of what you've got going on, and he believes in what you've got going on, then there's something to that. Do you understand? Number one in the world. There are 7 billion people in the world. He's number one in the world. And he wants to align himself with me and with you and with this group. How powerful is that? A group that we just started 6 months ago or 7 months ago. How powerful is that? A group where we've come together. Not only did we create a clothing line, not only did we join forces with sales hustlers and throw the biggest, most epic conference in the history of all time. Not only did we do all that, but we did it all in God's name. We did it all for God's kingdom. We did it all for him, and we've been able to pull it together. And it looks like my man E.T. Oh, he's trying to come back. I see you coming back.
We back.
Hey, while you were gone, man, I was just telling everybody how honored we are that you're taking time out of your day in your morning to spend with us. I was telling everybody that there is something to this, man. We started this group 7 months ago, and we started the group, and then it became a clothing line, and it became a podcast. It became a show that we do every day, and it's 30,000 strong. And now someone like you, who's humbled, who's a servant leader, who's doing the right things, who's the MVP of the house, who takes care of his wife and his kids. That's the kind of person that we now attract to this group, and there's power behind that. It means something. And these folks that are watching right now, you got 74 people watching live at 5:55 in the morning. There'll be thousands that will watch throughout the day. So those of you that are watching on replay, or you're watching in Mountain Time, or you're watching in West Coast Time, those of you, we respect. I understand your Rise and Grind a little later than my Rise and Grind by default. I understand that, but we appreciate you being here. But I was just telling them, man, when you're a part of a movement, when God's in it, then all of a sudden you can attract someone like the number one motivational speaker in the world, my man, Mr. Eric.
And the number one man in the auto industry business. One and one, baby. One and one. Yeah. But I was just saying, my wife was so moved by the fact, that you took the tie off your neck, you know what I'm saying, and gave it to our son, who is a fashion king. And it's little things like that, man, that is bigger than the conference itself. That's bigger than whatever financial commitment we make, to each other. Is bigger than everything, and that I think that speaks volumes. And those who are watching need to know that who we are as people, our character, who we are in the dark, who we are when we're not on stage, who we are when we're not in front of people, man, is critical. Critical.
Yes,
More
sir.
important than who we are when the lights are on.
That's right. Absolutely critical, my man.
Yeah.
Absolutely critical. All right, it's 5:55. We have to honor people's time in the mornings. We have to honor people's time. I know they got to get off, and I tell them they got to take a little time to be on the show and fill their minds with something powerful. But now they got to go out there and they got to take care of their bodies, and they got to release this powerful energy out into the world. They got to affect somebody else, right? We can't keep it here. I'll actually on that note, one of the biggest takeaways I had from your speech on Tuesday, I want to share this with you, is you said you think you're doing good when you're taking care of your family. You're supposed to take care of your family. You're doing good when you're taking care of 100 families.
That's right.
And I want you to know that I have done a great job of taking care of my house. I'll stand up and tell you, I take care of my kids. We're good. My wife's good. She don't work. She homeschools her kids. So, I've done a good job of that. What I have not been a servant to is taking care of 100 families. I have not done that, and that has been my goal that I've been writing down each morning since you spoke. And I reached out even to a couple people and said, what do I have to do to change in my life? What do we have to change with the group? What do I have to change at work? What do I got to do to get to a point where I can feed 100 families? So I really appreciate you breathing that into me. But we're going to hop off of here in just a minute. Before we do, I want to give you the stage. You've got everybody watching. You do this all the time, but this is an opportunity for you to breathe into everybody's Thursday morning. What do you want to share with them today?
I want to say, Glenn, to everybody that's watching, listen to me. Take control. Take control. Take control. Don't give your gift, your dream, your anointing, don't give it to anybody else. Take control. I want you to take control, take ownership, take responsibility. All right? Take control, take ownership, right? Take responsibility. There's some things that others need to do, but there's some things that you need to do, and you need to do them. And you not only need to do them, you need to do it at the highest level. You need to do it as soon as you can. Something that can be done in 24 hours, don't let it take 48. Don't let it take 72. Something that you can do, don't give it to somebody else to do. Don't make it their responsibility. Take control, take responsibility, take ownership. And let me tell you something. When you begin to do that, your life will look just like you dreamed it. And here's the last one, the E. This is core, right? Don't make any excuses. Make the adjustment. Don't make the excuses. Make the adjustment. You can always find an excuse if you're looking for one. But excuses don't create rewards. Excuses don't create our best life. Make the adjustment. Make it as soon as you can. Make it now. And please, after you do that, make the rest of your life the best of your life.
My man, E.T. It's your boy, E.T.
E.T. Hey, that's my favorite shirt too, Glenn. You're wearing my favorite ETA Grind Gear shirt ever. That's my favorite one. Be phenomenal, or you will be forgotten.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And I love this hoodie. It's starting to get cool out here, so I can wear my hoodies again. So I love this hoodie. I've had it for a few years.
A few years for sure. Yeah, we don't make it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it a few years. I got your book. I got your book, and I got this. And I think I got a hat, but I couldn't find it. But I bought that stuff a few years ago when I was starting to make some changes in my life. I was watching your videos and really just trying to get the dealership to the next level and my family to the next level. And so the box came in, and I pulled it out of the box, and my wife was like, What is that? And I said, honey, this is the next level of our life. This is the next level for the Lundys and the next level for Dan Cummins. And I just started studying your story and listening to more of you. But again, you have so much more. After now shaking your hand and really getting to meet you, There's so much more to you than I thought. So not than I thought, but you know what I'm saying. Like there's
I know
more
what
than
you mean.
I
Yeah.
always thought you were amazing. Now I realize that there's really a lot of clues to success that you're leaving behind that I can pick up.
Amen.
Little nuggets, little pieces of wisdom,
And
like
give it to
don't
these
hand over
30,000 plus.
responsibility.
Yeah, yeah. And give it to these 30,000 plus. I'm grateful that you're not keeping these nuggets to yourself, but you're passing them out. So you're affecting way more than 100 people. And we appreciate you for that.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Listen, I like to tell everybody every single day, I like to make sure that they know that they are a child of God. And you, my friend, are a child of God, an amazing child of God, uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And everybody in this group, you guys, it's your job, it's your role, it's what's in His design for you to be the absolute best version of self that you can possibly be. And I need you to understand that all of your comments, all of your posts, everything that you're doing in the Rise and Grind group, the things that you do at work, the way you smile at somebody, the way you interact with somebody, all of those things, they make an impact. They make an impact on your friends. They make an impact on your family members. They make an impact on your coworker. They're making an impact on this planet. It's making an impact on me. All of the things that you're doing, it's making an impact on me. Mr. Thomas, all of the things that you're doing, they're making an impact on me. And I, for one, I absolutely love you for it, man. I love you. Everybody in this group, you guys, I love you. I absolutely love you. I do. And so if nobody else has told you that yet today, and I know it's early, but if nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I want to be the first to let you know that I love you. Absolutely love you. You guys do me a favor. Share this video. Imagine if people could start their day this way every day, what impact that'll have on the planet. So share this video. It's an honor to have you on here, Mr. Eric Thomas. I really appreciate you. I really do. I know we're going to do more things together. Yes. It's an honor to have you in the group, an honorary member of the hashtag Rise and Grind group. I love it. Listen, guys, if you need more videos, you can go to GlennLundy.com. There's hundreds of videos up there. We've been doing this for a while now. If you need some Rise and Grind gear like we got back here, just go to GlennLundy.com. You can do that. And most importantly, will you please come back here tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We're going to do it all over again. I know I'll be here. Eric probably won't be here with me tomorrow, but he'll be up grinding somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But you guys come back again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.
I might one day need to do a marathon like you and do 5 days in a row.
Hey, that would be, yeah, we're going to set that up. We're going to do that. All right, guys, you guys enjoy your day. Have a phenomenal day today. Have a spectacular day today. Go out there and just tear ripples in the universe. And we'll see you tomorrow morning again at 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise